Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Taking Trades. Happy Monday to you. I've got some ideas for today. I want to talk about UGAZ and DGAZ, and I just want to ask the question, should we even be trading them? I have an idea of what we can trade that might be a better product than UGAZ and DGAZ and might not have the same risks, the decay, the things that we talk about. We'll get into that a little bit. So I want to talk about what UGAZ and DGAZ did today. I want to pitch my idea to you, and then at the end of the video, I want to show you an options trade that I took today that's in the small account challenge, so stay tuned. All right, first things first, /NG. Let's dive in. I've got it up here on the daily time frame, and we had a green day. Things are actually looking pretty good for natural gas as of right now. And I just want to talk a little bit about the price action today and talk about our levels again. Going back to what we talked to a few days ago, look where we are. We're at the top of this gap. We had this gap down that started on 12.6 and we opened up on 12.9 over the weekend, much lower. Now we've worked our way back up. We've got that push up where we could have taken profits, and if you didn't, you got dumped back down. But now we're back again. So the question is, do we take a little off? Do you trim your position size a little bit if you have profits? I know not everybody has profits at this point. Some people are holding from higher prices and have been averaging down. But if you can lighten your load or you can take some profits, this is a great place to do it because look what's happening. It's settling right at the top of the channel, and I don't know if it's going to continue to sell off and get rejected, or if we're actually going to hold there and move higher tomorrow. But right here is a good place to take a little bit of profit, and then we can wait and see if we're going to get that push higher with a pullback bounce and then off to the races with some colder weather. Now, as far as UGAZ goes, UGAZ was surprisingly a little dull today, and it's just been so slow. Like every day has just been very minor. So today we did get the gap up. Yesterday we closed right at $8.57 on Friday, and then today we gapped up and we opened up at 9.10 and then ultimately closed at 9.08 today. So a very, very slim, small red day right at the beginning of that channel again. So are we going to get rejected and go lower, or are we going to break through? We don't know. So it's a great place to maybe take a little bit of profit and see what's going to happen. But ultimately, I wanted to just bounce out and look at UGAZ over time. And this is what got me thinking about the episode and the topic for this show today was, you know, UGAZ has this inherent risk with it in that it has decay, time decay. We've all seen it. You look at the chart on UGAZ or DGAZ or any 3-time leveraged ETF, and you ultimately just get decay, decay, decay. You get a split that comes in. After a split, you get more decay, decay, decay. You get another split. So it's a product that, you know, if you're day trading it or holding it for a day, you know, these short-term trades work best in UGAZ. But people that bought months ago and they're holding and they're averaging down, and if you keep chasing it and moving on month after month after month, you're falling victim to some of that decay. And so, especially if it splits and you continue to hold and then it decays further after that and you continue and continue and continue, you ultimately will just be losing. And if you've seen examples of this, people have talked about if you owned 1,000 shares at the inception of the fund, you'd be left with a buck or two now. There are these different examples that demonstrate time decay. And this got me thinking, and so I want to pitch a different idea, a different fund, and then I want to challenge you guys to poke holes in it and tell me why we shouldn't do this, okay? So that's going to be kind of the topic here. But before I get to that, let's look at DGAZ as well. We don't want to leave DGAZ out. I don't want anybody getting upset with me. So let's look at DGAZ. Let's zoom in here a little bit. And as we can see, DGAZ had the big gap down, and then just like UGAZ, just had the inverse relationship here as far as a small, small green doji day kind of in our little support level. So this could be a nice area to move back to the upside as far as the chart goes here for DGAZ. But /NG showed a nice strong move to the upside, That's positive for natural gas, and if we do get that break, we want to look for the test before going higher. So let's dive into some more of this topic. Let's deeper dive.
Okay, so here's my idea. UNG, United Natural Gas Fund, is an ETF that basically has exposure to the futures market as its largest holding, but it doesn't have time decay. It's not leveraged like UGAZ or DGAZ. So if you were trading this product, you could hold it over the long term and not suffer the same time decay deficits that we've seen with UGAZ and DGAZ. And there's no leverage to it. So it's not as volatile for big home run trades, but I don't know that we're looking for home run trades. I think we're looking for consistent income where we can bring some in, then wait, get back in. When we see a nice pullback, go to the long side again and continue to take profit and continue to be involved with it month by month and based upon the weather, because the weather is a big part of this, a big component of trading natural gas. So when you do see colder weather, you're going to see UNG start to rise, just like UGAZ does. But you're not exposed to that time decay. You're not exposed to that risk. So drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. I'm going to bring up the UNG chart. I'm also going to give you a link to ETF.com that talks about UNG and talks about its holdings and sort of just a little bit of information about it so you can educate yourself a little bit on what it is if you're not already familiar. And then we can look at the chart and kind of see if it looks like a good product for trading. And then in addition to that, I'm going to show you another style of trading that you can take with UNG that I haven't been able to take with UGAZ or DGAZ in my TD Ameritrade account. So let's dive into the charts.
Okay, I've got /NG up, but I'm going to switch over to ticker symbol UNG. And this ETF it's just interesting to look at. It's interesting to trade. It's not like it's just, ticks on a chart and no price action. There's a lot of price action. It closely tracks what UGAZ and DGAZ are kind of doing, what /NG is doing, because /NG with futures is its largest holding. It's exposed to the futures market. So when you look at this, you're getting similar plays, you're getting similar activities that you're seeing with UGAZ. But if you got into a situation where, say, you bought a little high, maybe you bought at 2150 and it fell off, and now you're thinking, okay, I need to hold it for the next 3 or 4 months. You don't have to worry about the time decay because you're not going to see that with UNG because it's not leveraged by 3 times. So let me know what you guys think about this, because it just seems like a safer alternative to UGAZ and DGAZ. I know those two are popular, and I know that people like to trade UGAZ and DGAZ because you can trade long, and you can trade DGAZ when you're wanting to go short natural gas. So let me know what you think. I'm very curious to see how people feel about this. And in addition to trading and just buying UNG and holding and selling, you can also flip over to the trade tab and you can take a look at their options contracts, their options chain. And I actually already have a position on here in the options chain. So if I have some other videos that we've filmed recently about putting on trades in UNG, and there's actually a trade in the small account that we did with Tastyworks, and you can check out that video here and take a look at the trade I put on as an options trade for UNG. It's a very nice way to trade it. I haven't been able to trade UGAZ options in TD Ameritrade. Someone told me they were able to do it, but I've never been able to do that. I don't have that access, I guess, in my account. But with Tastyworks, trading UNG, or TD Ameritrade trading UNG, this ETF, it's very simple, and the price action seems pretty clean, and there's no time decay. So let me know what you think.
Thanks for hearing me out on that one. UNG just caught my attention. It's been a very interesting product to trade. And the thing I didn't mention was the bid-ask spread is just a penny. It's a penny-wide market. So it's very liquid. And right now, the volume on it today is 3.39 million. So it's actually a very liquid product that we can get into and out of very easily. And right now, the volatility on it, the IV rank is 57.6, which is really, really good for us options traders who are selling premium. So it's just an interesting product to think about, and I really, really want to hear your comments. So with that, I'm going to show you my third options trade in the small account challenge. So let's jump over to Tastyworks.
All right, I've got United States Steel Corp, ticker symbol X, you can see right here. We're on the Tastyworks platform, and we're going to put on an iron condor today.
So what I'm looking at is I'm looking at volume, 11.1 million shares traded. So that is showing me that things are very liquid. Things are looking good there. I'm also looking at the IV rank. There's not a lot of volatility in the markets right now. There's not a lot of things, not a lot of products that are super tradable and high IV rank, but 38% is not horrible. It's not great, but I think it's doable for right now. So we're going to stay small. We're going to trade small. We're going to trade often, and we're going to take a peek at this. So we're going to go into our trade tab, and we're going to take a look at. We do have earnings coming up on January 29th, you can see, and I want to avoid that binary event, so I'm actually going to create my expiration to be just before it on January 24th. So I'm going to open that up, and if I come up to my strategy tab here, I've got Iron Condor in here. I can pick from a whole bunch of different strategies, but I'm going to go ahead and pick Iron Condor, and either hit go or just select Iron Condor, and it'll throw it up here on the page for you. And what I want to do is I want to look at collecting premium that is equivalent to about 1/3 of the width of the strikes that I pick. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move the put side. I'm going to buy the 1050 put, and I'm going to sell the 1150 put. And over here, I'm going to come out to the 1650 call. I'm going to buy that, and I'm going to sell the 1550 call. And I'm just going to take a look at this real quick. So we've got 12, 11. So you can see right here, we collect about 23 cents, and we've got $1 wide. Now, 23 cents on the $1 wide, it's not quite 1/3. We want to be closer to 33 cents if we were looking at that. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move the sold portion, the sold leg. I'm going to sell the 15 call, and I'm going to sell the 12 put. So I'm actually going to move it to the 25 delta here and the 24 delta here, and then we're going to see how that looks. That's going to get us about 43 cents. And if we're looking at $1.50, 50 cents is 1/3 the width of the strike. So we're getting actually pretty close there. Now we can fiddle with this a little bit more and see if we can make it a little better than that. So what I might do is, let's just see if I move that out. That gives us 47, 35. Just, I like to play with them just a little bit to kind of see what we can get here. And what I might actually do is move this in, and that gets us to, that's a little more expensive, so I'm going to move it out. So 43 cents might be our best bet. That's 47 cents, so that'd be a $2 wide wing on this side and a $1 wide wing, but that, I'm actually just going to bring this back to 1050. So we've got $1.50 wide wings, and we're collecting 43 cents, so that's pretty close to what we want. And if I look at the bid and the ask, we're 1326. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and click and review this. You can see max loss at $107, max profit 43. I'm going to use this quantity tab here, and I'm going to bump that up one. So that just changed all these to 2 contracts. So my max loss is 216, max profit is 84, and it's actually dropping to 42 cents. Let's see, it's pretty tight though. I'm actually going to just try 45 and see if we can get it. So that would be a max loss of 210 with a max profit of 90 on this trade. So I'm going to send this order out. I wanted to see if we could get filled there, but it doesn't look like we're going to. So I'm actually going to come back in here, and we're going to go to this trade for X. And I'm going to go ahead and replace this order, and I'm going to drop it to 44 real quick, just kind of fishing to see if I can get it to fill. So it canceled one, it's working on the other, doesn't look like we're going to get that one filled. So I'm going to come back down here and replace one more time. We'll go to 43, review and send. Things are pretty liquid, so I'm anticipating that we are going to get this. We'll give it a second to work. And this will be the first iron condor that we put on in this account. So let's watch it for a second. See if it gets a fill. If it doesn't get a fill, we'll drop it one more time. It doesn't look like we're going to get filled, so I'm going to give it one more. I'm going to go to 42 and see if we get filled. All right, we're not getting filled on this, so let's come back here and see. All right, I'm actually going to come in here and I'm actually going to cancel the order. Okay, so let's put our iron condor on one more time here. Let's see if we can figure something else out. So let's go with the 10, 12. Let's go $2 wide. And then let's do something similar out here. We'll go 17 and 15. That gets us 50 cents. But that's only a quarter of the width. We want more than that. Okay, so we've got 11.50 versus 10.50. So we got $1 wide here and $1 wide here. And that put us at the 20 delta selling there, and it put us at the 32 delta there. So that gives us, that covers our 1/3 the width of the strikes, but it also puts us a little. Let's do an analysis here. Let's look at this curve. Yeah, it puts us a little bit lopsided on that because you can see, but we're collecting our width there. So if I bump this up in quantity, let's go to 2 contracts, max loss of 132, max profit of 68, but we are collecting 1/3 the width of our dollar wide strike. So I feel good about that. Let's go ahead and put this one out. Let's see what we can get here. And we're checking our strike. We're staying before earnings. 24th. So review this and send. So buying power effect 132. So we could lose 132. Max profit is 68. Let's go ahead and send that out and see if we get it. All right, we're not picking that up. So I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to replace it and I'm going to drop it to 33. Boy, nothing's getting filled in this. Let's see here. Let's replace one more time. We'll go to 32. There we are. We're filled. So that's our first iron condor. All right, so we've got US Steel, ticker symbol X, IV rank 38.1. We put on an iron condor. And if we come to our positions tab now, we can see in here that we collected a credit of 32 cents, and that's going to be per contract. We filled 2 contracts, so yes, we can see that right here. So we filled at 32 cents. 2 contracts would give us $64. Yeah, that looks good. So let's see what we got here. So we're going to keep an eye on all of these. We've got 39 days to expiration. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on this thing and see where we go from here. But that is an iron condor on ticker X in our Tastyworks account.
So I hope seeing that trade was a little bit helpful, get an idea for why I liked the trade, what are the things I'm looking for in order to get interested in taking an options position. And if you have questions about the iron condor, we can get into more of that strategy in later videos. But if you're looking for an awesome platform, Tastyworks platform for trading is amazing for trading stock, options. It's perfect. There's a link in the description. You can click that link. You can sign up for an account, and if you fund it with $2,000, it'll support the Taking Trades channel, and I'd really appreciate it. Hope that was helpful. Hope everybody had a green day today, and we'll see you next time.